There has never been a more important film about XRP, but this one is it. We are about to find out when Ripple will win its case in court against the SEC. It's going to happen much faster than you think. And of course, crypto experts would not have missed such a bullish sign. Their predictions say that the price of XRP could hit $10,000 or cents or more, so they are already celebrating behind the scenes. You really can't miss this. Let's get right to the point without any more nonsense. Nota bene. The long-running court case between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission seems to be coming to an end. The final ruling from U.S. District Judge Analisa Torres is due any day now, after almost 5 years of legal trouble, public speculation, and market uncertainty. People in the crypto world are very excited, and for good reason. The next thing that happens could change how digital assets are managed in the US. There was a lot of talk after XRP LaBroccoli sent out a tweet that described the mood. Today seems like a great day for Judge Torres to make the deal between Ripple and the SEC news. There's some truth to that hope. Legal expert John Deaton thinks there is a 70% chance that Judge Torres will agree with Ripple's latest request. And a Ripple expert shared that hope by saying the court could make a decision at any time, giving Ripple the win it has been fighting for since 2020. But in the middle of all the joy, there was recently a lot of misunderstanding in the XRP community. Carla160 wrote in a post that Ripple and the SEC had just suggested a $50 million 0-cent settlement and were asking the court to lift restrictions on sales of XRP by institutions. Bill Morgan, a lawyer, quickly stepped in to fix the record because it sounded too dramatic. Morgan says the truth is less exciting but much more important. The settlement deal was actually done a few months ago. They signed it in April and the SEC gave their okay in early May. Now, Judge Torres is the only one who needs to sign off. The $50 million 0-cent number being thrown around is an approved civil penalty for Ripple's institutional XRP sales. Judge Torres had already said that the sales were unregistered securities offers. The judge told Ripple to put $125 million 0 cents in trust in August 2024. At first, Ripple only wanted to pay $10 million, 0 cents. But after a long time of talking, both sides agreed to pay the $50 million 0 cents fine. That much will be taken straight out of the account, and the other $75 million 0 cents will be sent back to Ripple. There is no extra money being given out. It's not a new agreement. It's a change in where funds that were already protected through the legal process will go. Above all, the deal also includes a request to lift the court order that is stopping Ripple from selling XRP to institutions again. If Judge Torres agrees, Ripple will be able to resume that part of its business with a clear and legal framework that has been allowed by the court. This is something the company has been pushing for since the case started. This moment is important for a lot more than just Ripple. Judge Torres said in July 2023 that Ripple's programmatic XRP purchases, which happened on public exchanges and were open to regular people, did not break any securities laws. The SEC first tried to review that decision by sending a notice of appeal in October 2024, but in a big change, the agency dropped its appeal in March 2025, which means they basically agreed that the sales of XRP to regular people are not stocks. After that, Ripple took back its own cross-appeal. The legal views have become firm decisions. After all this time, only the judge's name is left. The SEC's quiet change of heart is one of the most important parts of the story. The agency didn't just lose, it also chose not to fight. This could be the start of a bigger change in how lawmakers deal with crypto in the future. It also gives Ripple a lot more power as it gets ready to leave court and get back to full operational ability. In a tweet that was seen all over the crypto space, XRP retailers summed up how serious things were at the time. The final decision is loading. Judge Torres is almost done making her decision in the case between Ripple and the SEC. The whole crypto business is keeping a close eye on the decision because it could change the rules for crypto in the US. That's exactly what's going on. Everybody is looking at it, and crypto experts are making big predictions that are more believable and more powerful than ever. What they're saying will blow your mind, from rumors of a huge XRP price rise to claims that Ripple will become the model for regulating cryptocurrencies around the world. Keep an eye on what's happening, because what comes next could make the crypto market as a whole different. Aminix tweeted that very soon, all the capital in Bitcoin will start flowing into XRP. This is a view that has been growing in some parts of the crypto space, that XRP could quickly become the main way to get money in a new age of finance. It seems like a big claim at first, but then you start to see how it fits together. Why are you so sure of yourself? One big reason is the return of Arthur Brito, who helped create Ripple and was one of the original creators of the XRP ledger. Brito was so quiet for years that he was almost like a ghost. People talked about him in chat rooms and sites as if he were a ghost. Brito disappeared from the public eye, unlike David Schwartz or even Jed McCaleb. Only a few early interviews and developer names are left behind. That all changed not long ago when he broke his quiet with a vague but clear post on X. This man came back all of a sudden and didn't say much, but there was a lot of action on the XRP network at the same time. There were more than 1.5 million deals in 24 hours, which is the most in months. A well-known expert named John Squire saw what it meant right away. He said Brito doesn't post for free. He's right. People pay attention when someone who hasn't said anything in over 10 years finally does, especially when it comes to Ripple, an SEC settlement, and network measures that break records. It wasn't just the tweet, though. It was something that came with it. A quote from a long time ago that was thought to have come from Brito once said that XRP was made for $10,000, 0 cents. Most people know that this is just a guess and not a literal forecast, but it still makes sense. It comes from a simple but deep thought. XRP wasn't just made to be another coin. It was also made to be a global bridge asset that could move huge amounts of money quickly, cheaply, and legally. In this light, crazy tweets from people like, XRP Dragon, are you the cheapest person to buy XRP? If not, you'll definitely buy it soon for $1,000, 0 cents a token. These things no longer seem so far-fetched. Buying XRP at $2, 0 cents is the same as buying Bitcoin below $100, 0 cents. And most people are trying to sell now so they can buy back lower. This is especially true after Edo Farina's strong warning. For sure, that's how 95% will be priced out. The breakout doesn't care about your plans. It's real. Price forecasts like $100,000, 0 cents XRP from accounts like Bullrun Wonko are more of a joke than a serious look at the market, but they do have a use. Belief, hype, and most of all, care are shown by them, and in crypto, interest often comes before money. It's likely that the truth is somewhere between Brito's realistic strategic vision and the explosive confidence of small investors. But one thing is for sure, it's not an accident that these things happened at the same time. The settlement is almost over, network traffic goes through the roof, and Arthur Brito comes back to the public eye. In crypto, quiet can be louder than noise, as Squire said so well. Brito just broke his. Watch out. There's going to be change, and it doesn't just happen on its own. Ripple has been quietly making deals with banks, governments, and even people in other countries to work together. The real power shift is going around the world, but not many people are talking about it. The news is mostly about lawsuits and price predictions.